I'm not taking my bottom ones off. You can take your bottom ones off all you like. I'm not taking my bottom ones off.
And on that note, slice that down the middle and you open it up. All them ball bearings are going to fall on the floor, yeah?
So whether we're going to look really, really clever and like we know what we're doing, and it's all going to come apart nicely and we're going to have it led the right way, or we're going to look like complete absolute amateurs and we're going to have it led the wrong way.
I'm loving the jolly Josh Wiggly.
I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Look at beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
Welcome guys, back to where we left off. On the last episode, we were removing our output shafts, and now we're going to remove the end casing, where the selector is. We've removed all our bolts.
We tried to do some research and found absolutely
there's nothing out there.
Hey.
There is nothing.
I did find a little bit of a data sheet, but it wasn't particularly helpful. So we're just going to have to hit it and hope.
And guys, this casing is aluminium. So remember, please be careful when whacking it, okay? Because it will break. If you use a normal hammer, steel against alley, it will not like it very much. I'm going to give it a little tap up here. A good sign, it's starting to crack off.
It's moving. If you just tap the screw. Right. Now, we are going to get some oil because we are tail down, but I'm not too worried about that.
Sure.
There's I've got to pop up with.
A little bit of a wiggle. For sure.
For sure.
I want to see you jiggle jiggle. You know.
Yeah, well, let's go. Right, now I'm going to put it away slowly because I don't know what I'm going to find. There we go.
That click there was our selector. See, it's just dropped in. So what you got here, guys, let's bring it round to the camera. This is your selector that moves in and out and goes up and down. Allows you to move the across and then allows you to go forward and backwards. That is in impeccable shape. You can see where the oil's sat, you know. So where is it? So it goes that way round. So the oil has kept all this base super. Look how clean the oil is.
It's good.
Absolutely gorgeous. So basically, this is our selector at the end, and each one of these lovely forks. For Josh, if I can give you this camera, if you don't mind, I'm going to try and talk through some sense that I'm making up as I go along. So these here are your individual forks, and these are your selectors. Okay, so you've got a reverse, you've got a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and basically, as the selector moves across, it'll allow the selector to come across here to the gate and select one of the gears. And I'm pretty sure this N1 here will come back towards me, okay? And that allows it to go into reverse. And that is what you call a synchro. This little part here is your synchro mesh, and that goes across and allows you to engage your gears. If I can give you that a sec, I can use both hands on that. Pull that back. And go into your reverse gear and allow you to change the drive of the input shaft. So if I'm going to go forward, so that goes one way, and then you pull it back and it allows you to change the direction of the gear nice and smoothly. So, I mean, to be fair, that's come apart really easily. I can start to see a couple of things here, Josh, which I think are going to get in the way quite soon. So you've got these big bolts here.
That's what I was just looking at.
Which are actually mounted to both sections of the gearbox. So this is sandwiched right down the middle here. You can't see it here because it's obviously got silicone on it. But these parts here are going to basically hold that together. But we're going to have to undo these next, I think, to be honest with you. And then we're going to have to start actually stripping the bolts, because we're going to have to start stripping it into two pieces, aren't we?
Yeah, basically to get the diff out, the whole gearbox casing's got to come into half. So we're going to have to undo these lock nuts, and
I don't think we're actually going to need to undo these.
We're going to have to at least undo this one, because this plate
all
isn't going to. Oh,
yeah, but we're only stripping it. We don't actually need to take our gears off. So I'm hoping that we can undo these three here, start undoing our bolts, and then just have a play.
Pull one side of the casing
It's trial and error. So right, guys, I'm going to put you on pause just for a second while we're going to just have a look into this. This is a big job, guys. You know, this is what people get paid thousands of pounds to do this job for a reason, because they've done their research.
Well, you know, it's all about what your forte is. So I say, you know, our forte is not gearboxes, and it is definitely not UN1 transaxle
No.
gearboxes.
Unless this
So,
is
you know,
for that. There you go.
if gearboxes is your day in, day out bread and butter, then you'll look at this and you'll probably be able to go, in a split second, just go, okay, right, next we've got to do this, this, this and this. Gearboxes are not our forte.
No.
We're learning as we go here, which is very brave.
Yeah, we're having a go. So we're going to pause you there for 2 seconds, guys, just while we double check. We're going to turn the gearbox over, see what we've got going on, and we'll be back to you in 2 seconds. Right, guys, so we've basically been having a bit of a thought off camera, and now we're going to basically go over what we've, come up with. And first of all, this is like, it's basically, imagine if you cut a tennis ball in half that's full of ball bearings, yeah? Slice that down the middle and you open it up, all them ball bearings are going to fall on the floor, yeah?
Which is what you're about to see.
And on that note, we're trying to work out if we take this side off or this side off. And first of all, I said that both of these gear sets are on that side, yeah? So I kind of thought that we'd have the gearbox laid over that side and then this part of the casing would come off. Yet the bolts that we're looking at, okay, are kind of saying another way, because this bolt here, if you look over here, looks like it goes through the casing, like it's a casing bolt, yeah? And that hasn't got a nut, yeah? You can see where it stops over here, hasn't got a nut stopping it, yeah? And then we're looking around, you've got another one under here, which are also not captive, which by captive we mean is a lot of these bolts here have got a nut on one side and a bolt on the other. So we'll leave it in this upright position while we undo these. And we're gonna lay these in order because some of these are shorter and some of them are longer. We wanna keep them in place. But do you see what I'm saying with that? Because I think these are the last ones to undo. So I think let's do our top line, yeah? Bar one, yeah? Let's turn it over, do our back line, bar one, and go from there.
I think that's kind of all we can try. So basically, I had to ask Sam if he was a gambling man. Because we've got a 50-50 chance as to whether we're going to look really, really clever and like we know what we're doing, and it's all going to come apart nicely and we're going to have it led the right way, or we're going to look like complete absolute amateurs and we're going to have it led the wrong way and we're going to basically open a box from the wrong way up.
Yeah.
Try to do that. Get a delivery and it says this way up, the arrow's pointing down, you open the box, lift it up, and all of what's in the box falls out the bottom. That's going to be our gearbox if we're not careful.
But we're doing this.
We don't have 100% clarification as to which way it's going to lay. So, yeah.
But we're doing this so they don't have to mess
lucky
up.
punk.
Let's do it. I've got this bandana on the nut. Let's have it.
Okay, ready? Go, quick time.
Now,
right, so we've got, have you got nuts on these two centerpieces? Okay, are we going to make our decision as to where we're going to lay it?
I think we'll lay it this way. We've got nuts on both. Have you got a stud to your side with a nut? Here.
I've got a bolt.
You got a bolt. I've got a nut. So this is so complicated. Shall I grab the camera and just show everyone what we mean?
Yeah, we can do.
So, right, this is where it gets complicated, guys, because like we said earlier, it's like opening a box upside down, yeah? We assumed, because all these bolts here are this way around, so you'd remove that, so you'd expect the gearbox to be laid like that. So you can remove all these bolts in an upward motion and remove them and leave the gearbox in its position, right? That's what you'd think, right? But if you turn it over, Mr. Wrigley, I've got two here.
We've also got two bolts there.
But you know what?
But then maybe
you
you take those out first.
Now, yeah. So let's.
I don't know, Sam, and I don't like not knowing.
Let's undo him. Let's get him out of the way because we've got these two in the middle holding it together.
We've got a ring on the bottom, yeah.
Let's get him out of the way. Let's then take our bottom ones off, right?
I'm not taking my bottom ones off. You can take your bottom ones off all you like. I'm not taking my bottom ones off.
And on that note, we've really changed the direction of this show. Right.
I'm in a strange mood today.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the jolly Josh Wigley.
Well, I'm basically laughing because if I don't laugh,
You're gonna cry.
No.
Right, let's turn it upside down.
Boys don't cry. We just lay on the side, Sam.
We solve the corner. I can't.
Yeah.
It's not as fun, is it? Hi guys, and welcome back to this episode of Make or Break. And I know it is a bit slow. I completely agree with you guys, it's taking a bit slow. We are stripping the gearbox down. We're working on the lower section of the bolts now. And we are speeding things up. And this is really coming along fast. And we're enjoying ourselves, right?
Yeah. We're trying not to make it too boring, but we're also trying not to miss anything out for you
And
guys.
wreck it.
And we're also, we're trying to think about things before we do them, as we're doing them, after we've done them, so on and so forth, because...
And as a man, we just wanted to just undo everything and think that was fine.
Yeah.
But it's not.
That's how I learn.
But this is a little bit more complicated because these gearboxes are quite expensive.
Well, they're rare. You know, you don't just come across them very much anymore. Anything old nowadays is hard to come by. And here we are, just willy-nilly just tearing into it.
Willy. Right, now the next part.
Idea.
We're going to undo these three here, which because basically this plate here is holding that gearbox together. You've got a bolt in one side. This plate is actually theoretically holding it together. Let's undo these three real quick. And then we're going to start undoing our last bolts and see if we can get this gearbox to crack, shall we?
Right. That is going to be the side that lifts off.
Okay.
You're going to make that decision.
Why?
Because all our selectors and stuff runs through here.
I love that.
So I would imagine none of that's going to
So
stay
place
here.
your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
Am I right or am I wrong?
So we're going to find out.
I'm just going to go in with proper Sam Hart blind confidence.
17.
That is the side that lifts
I
off.
love that.
I don't know. But that's what I'm going to go for.
Love the Sam Hard blind confidence.
Sam Hart
I
blind.
don't think you're going to need that. I think you're going to want to just...
Yeah, it's just.
I was going to undo
I'll
these
need that
three
for that. That's all.
Okay, I got you.
Right. So if that's the case, I can leave that bolt in.
No,
I'm going to
taking
slacken it. There's going to be tight.
Get you rid of your
That's going to be tight. I'll slacken that bolt, but leave it in.
Okay. That's how confident you are.
Well, it also means that if it's doing anything else, holding anything in, then it won't. Just that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave it like that. It's
That's loose, nice.
Right.
So now we've got two bolts your side. These two, can you undo them for me, pretty please, mon frere?
Right, this is the bit that I started worrying about.
There we go.
Oh, I might just wind that.
Oil.
No, it shouldn't make a difference.
Reverse light switch possibly?
Reverse light switch, so yeah.
Hopefully.
Reverse light switch, that will be.
I love that. Let's roll this over your way then. This is El Confidente. And then, this is going to be hard. We're going to need a 17mm spanner.
But I don't know, you're not going to get a spanner in there, are you? Not
No,
very easily.
we're going to have to go for a deep socket.
Just hoping.
Just going to go for it. Sam Hard
I want
confidence.
a deep 17. Already out, so
There you go. What I'm doing, guys, is I'm holding the nut on the other side. I'm going to use your ratchet. And guys, for you people at home that don't know, a ratchet is a little bit bigger than a mouse sheet.
It might just spin on.
So thanks to that battery being dead on that camera, we're going to take a break. Here's a sneak peek on what's on the next episode.
Silence. I just want to hit. And the screwdriver out. I can't hear bits of gearbox falling about. Ready? Already. I'm gonna just. I'm gonna lift I'm gonna lift this and run away.
Yeah, fun that, already? Cool.
Lift it and run away.
Yes! Quick reminder, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and then the bell button, so you get alerts when we release new episodes, and follow us on social media too for extra stuff and more alerts about videos we're releasing, which at the moment is every Sunday and the odd Wednesday too. Bye for now.